G'day and welcome to Galley Chats. I'm Dean Harrison, your chef and host. This is a place where not only the food is cooked, but where the crew drop in, the conversations just roll. It's the heart of the boat and everyone's got a story, so grab a bite and let's get into it. Okay, so we have Chef Neil Walker here. He's been in the industry for a very long time, so I have a lot of questions to ask him, and we haven't caught up for probably, I don't know, it feels like 7 or 8 years.
Yeah, a while.
But yeah, he's a sole chef on a 56...
6 meters, yeah.
Yeah, 56 meter charter private Jaguar. Pretty well-known boat, but he has just come off charter, so I appreciate him coming straight here, literally.
Of course.
So this is a great time to, I guess, dig into all those charter questions, which we'll get to later on. But for now, I just kind of want to know where you're from, where you grew up, and kind of what that was like in the first memory of food for you.
I'm from the UK, from Birmingham, from Solihull, which is a suburb of the UK, suburb of Birmingham. I'm really tired.
He's just come off charter.
It's a suburb of the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I grew up. Half Irish, so I've got that EU passport. Which
nice. Oh, very nice.
Amazingly handy at the moment. But yeah, I mean, first memories of food is probably, I think, probably making interesting combinations for my grandparents at Christmas and stuff when I was like 6 or 7 years old.
Oh wow! Oh, super young.
Well, I don't know how old I was. I don't know, maybe 9 or 10.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, very young. But yeah. So that's my sort of first time. I think my folks sort of I had an interest in food and cooking.
And so you were like cooking like Christmas like lunch or dinners and stuff like that?
No, I was doing god awful stuff like chicken a la banane and
oh shit,
just random stuff that I remember trying to make fried rice when I was very, very young, and I thought you just put raw rice in a frying pan and like apply lots of heat. I
guess back then there wasn't YouTube and all these things that you could just kind of winging it really.
Yeah.
That was kind of my first memory cooking for my grandparents as well, and I remember it was like, I don't know, just tempura vegetables or something like that. I remember I filled the oil too much and it boiled over and I grabbed it and ended up hot and it landed on the ground and melted the floor, and I was just like,
wow,
that was my kind of first memory of food. But anyway,
sounds awful.
Yeah, it was. So you grew up then, but then you did a lot of traveling. Like you went to Australia, you went to Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
How old were you then?
I went to Australia in 1999, so I was there.
Oh wow.
Working during the Olympics.
The Olympics, 2000 Sydney Olympics.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know why I got into traveling, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I did, but I think I sort of realised quite quickly that being a cook's a good way to travel, makes it a lot easier. You can always find work wherever you're going, and just sort of kept doing it. And then I did a bunch of ski seasons.
Lots of ski seasons. Yeah.
11, 12 seasons.
Wow. So I may have jumped ahead there. Like you did your apprenticeship and everything before you left the UK?
I started in college in my local food tech college, and started working in a local restaurant.
Okay, yeah.
So I did about a year at the college, and then but together with working in the restaurant, it just became too much. So I ended up just focusing on restaurants.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, you could probably say I'm self-taught then in that respect.
Okay.
But I mean, I did a year in college, and then the rest is all work experience.
Work experience, self-taught. So did you leave like shortly after that? After you did the college and the restaurant, and you went overseas after that?
Oh yeah. Well, no, I worked locally in pubs and stuff.
Okay.
In my hometown. Then went down to London for a bit. Same, all like branded restaurants and large sort of volume places. And then I started traveling. Then I went to Australia, and that's kind of where I sort of went from a jobbing cook, not really knowing what I'm going to do as a career, to realizing that I want to be a chef as a career. Just through working with just the passionate chefs in Sydney that I worked with. Just really fortunate to work with some really good chefs that were super passionate. And it was the first time I'd seen anyone just get really excited about ingredients and really focused on perfecting a dish and things like that.
Yeah.
I've never experienced that before.
Do you think like the UK generally was a little bit behind in terms of like that kind of the food, I guess? Because we had a good mix of we had lots of people from coming in from Asia and India, and like we had very multicultural cities. I'm not sure what it was like back then.
Yeah, I mean, we have lots of multicultural cities.
I remember, I'm just referring to a time when I actually traveled to London, and I was like, the standard of food compared to coming from Australia, I was like a little bit behind in those, like 2007 maybe it was. I think I went to the UK.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just...
No, like, that's fair. It's a fair thing to say,
yeah.
I think.
But now it's, gone above and beyond, and I think it's 100% on par with anywhere else in the world.
It's weird. Different countries have different food cultures, and we've never had, in the UK, I don't think we've never had a really passionate culture around food. Whereas you go to Spain, and it's at any level, it's really hard to find bad food, even in the airport.
Yeah, definitely.
Italy, Spain, there's just good food everywhere. No matter if it's a little trattoria, a kiosk at the airport, at the train station, or a 3-star, world-class restaurant. It's all great. Whereas in the UK, I don't know, it's like food for fuel, sort of. Rather than
it's part of the culture of these. When you go to Spain, and they take a 2-3 hour break, siesta. They go eat for a longer period of time.
It's great.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah. And I don't know why we don't have that, and they do.
Yeah. It's the work culture, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Work-life balance is a little different in those.
I couldn't
countries.
do a 3-hour siesta every day.
It's a little too much.
Yeah. No way. I'd never get back up.
So I want to talk about that. That kind of changed your mindset when you went to Australia and you worked in some of these restaurants, seeing how passionate these chefs were. Was that like a switch for you? You're like, oh, shit, I actually want to do this? Like, be it...
Yeah. There was one guy, Parham, who I worked with pretty much for the duration of the year I was in Sydney, who, like I said, he was just mega passionate about it, and it just really stuck with me.
You still like, that still sticks with you today?
Yeah. That's my overriding memory of, that's the guy that made me...
That's amazing.
...sort of look at food very differently.
So what can you kind of translate that to what you're doing now that still kind of stays with you?
I still sort of refer to that period, like, why am I still cooking? I'm 50 this year, and why am I still doing it? Because I really enjoy cooking, and I really enjoy cooking because of having worked in Sydney back then. That's what really got me to sort of change my mindset to really investigate more what I'm doing, rather than just sort of stumbling along to just make a paycheck and
cook and get
exactly. Now it's for enjoyment.
That's amazing. And you love cooking Asian food. It's because you did a lot of traveling there. Was it after Australia you kind of went to Southeast Asia?
I went to Southeast Asia on the way there and on the way back.
Oh, both ways.
Wow. In Japan on the way back.
Oh, amazing.
I've been going to Southeast Asia sort of every year since then.
Amazing.
With the exception of COVID, but it's just a part of the world that it's got really vibrant sort of cuisines, and I like spice, and
all those flavors. And I think when I talk about Southeast Asia, it's just everything is about food. You're walking down the street, there's street food everywhere. Everyone's eating. You can get it anywhere, any time of the day, and it's just I love that. You
Yeah.
know, there's so much food culture there. It's hard not to just eat all day long when you're walking the streets of Bangkok or wherever, Phuket. But yeah, so you brought a lot of that from. I know you brought a lot of that inspiration from Southeast Asia into your cooking now.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I've been working on charter boats now for a long time, over private yachts through choice. So that kind of dilutes the wrong word, but kind of spreads out your skill sets, because you need to be an all-rounder. You need to be kind of able to cook anything well,
Yeah.
rather than one thing exceptionally. I found, so, which is kind of my forte. I think I wouldn't say like I'm amazing at
One thing or the other.
you know, Northern Thai or something. I'm just good at being able to make anything pretty good in about 4
Get
minutes.
away with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually just wanted to talk to you about the House of the Lord.
House of the Lords, the House of Lords.
House of Lords.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of research, but for those that don't know anything about it, what do we?
Oh, it's Parliament
It is the Parliament
in London.
Okay.
Yeah, Houses of Parliament. So House of Lords is.
You're cooking there though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of people. There's like 200 chefs there.
Oh, wow.
It's huge. Yeah. So I was cooking there for a while, which is a really cool place to work. And you see a lot of different. It's great looking at working banqueting there, just seeing a super high level of food going out to like 1,000 people or
Wow.
500 people. Yeah, and then sometimes you get to do really cool stuff like cooking. I remember we were cooking for a banquet for like troops coming home from Afghanistan.
Oh wow.
That was cool, because you're looking around the room when you're bringing out the food, and you're looking around, it's like guys in wheelchairs and stuff, and it's like I'm quite happy that I'm cooking for these people. Yeah, and you'd be cooking for Boris Johnson one day or Queen the next day.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a cool place to work.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Did you take anything from there that you now kind of like brought to yachting in terms of the way that it was run, or like anything like that?
I guess I'm more organised because of working there. Yeah.
Because you had to cook for a lot of people, so it was all about structure, organisation.
Yeah. Yeah, getting a list for the day and sort of executing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite old school food there, I would say.
What were you typically kind of serving?
Well, like Dover sole, like beurre blancs and stuff like this. You know, very classical stuff.
Like the French influence we mixed in with.
Wellingtons and
Yeah.
things like that. But doing that sort of food for big numbers really well is also interesting, like how they do that and stuff. Like cruise ships. I worked on a cruise ship once.
Oh wow.
Which was 2,000 passengers. So yeah, I think it's a brigade of over 100 chefs in the galley. And like doing beef Wellington for 1,000 people at different cooks.
Yeah. That's insane.
Really, really well though, and it's like I was amazed how they did it, because I imagined myself in the restaurant eating it, and I'd be like, yeah, that's I expect that in a 20 seats fine dining restaurant. It's as good.
Wow.
Even though they've scaled it up to do 1,000 portions. So I take a lot of those shortcuts to the yacht.
Yeah, I mean, you have to take shortcuts. Like when I first got into the industry, I'm sure you remember, like you think you have to do everything from scratch and
I'll make my own burger buns, I'll do this, I'll do that, and I'll have 10 different stocks bubbling away all day.
And then no sleep.
Yeah.
And then you're not taking a break, you're not getting any sleep, and you've 100%, I know for sure, learned over time the things that you should do and the things that you can find good suppliers for burger buns. You're not going to buy I say this all the time, but you're not going to buy a French baguette in France, you know what I mean? Like there's some people that are making French baguettes when their boat is in France or in Europe, and you're like, Why?
Yeah.
When there's a
No,
you know?
it's good. Yeah, do your sourdough and then send one of the
Exactly.
guys to get some baguettes in the morning.
Exactly.
You know,
So can you offer any tips and tricks for that? Like what are you kind of like buying in? What are you making? What do you like? Any hacks? You know, don't expose yourself too much, but
Well, no, I don't know. I mean, there's like some dishes that I get done, you know, on like I should be doing now because we're picking up again on Monday.
oh shit.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't really have hacks. You know,
Yeah,
it's
just preparation as well.
yeah.
It's like
I mean, somebody might come in the galley and see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's sort of a really good hack. Like I'd come in your galley and see stuff that you do differently from me, and I'd take that on board and take that back to my boat.
yeah.
Vice versa. Yeah, always learning off
Yeah.
people. That's the only danger now. I'm working on my own is that there's no one else
To bounce off.
to bounce off. But I get a lot of that from restaurants as well. I see stuff on there that they take back.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ways. Like a lot of people do stages, or they go to, you know, Ashburton or these other places where they do fast courses or short courses. For me, I like to go out and dissect it and like figure out how they kind of made it.
Yeah.
That's my way of learning. I don't know if that's what
Okay.
you do as well, but
Yeah.
you taste the dish and you're like, shit, how do they do that? Or chat to the chef maybe, or
Yeah.
you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
But yeah, so I want to start with your first position on a yacht. I want to take you back to the moment where you were walking on with your bags for this first time. How old were you? Where were you?
I was in Antibes, so
Oh,
here.
there you go.
Yeah, I had to actually message the stewardess that I worked with back then, who I haven't spoken to in like 15 years. So when was that? Because I was trying to figure out how long. I thought it was 20 years, and it is 20 years.
It is 20 years.
Yeah, it's 20 years this year.
2 decades in the industry.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. I'm only 34.
It's been tough.
Been tough. Yeah, so it's 20 years. Yeah, back here, there was, you know, no social media like there is now and stuff. It was, I mean, you didn't have to do too much dock walking still as a chef, but
Yeah, I guess.
the demand was definitely there. But yeah, it was just, I got a job in the Blue Lady. I got the yacht job in the Blue Lady, just networking there.
Wow, that's been around for a long time as well, the Blue Lady.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it was a 24-meter Sunseeker. Had a berth here as well. 3 crew, so I was chef deck, which has stood me in good stead since, because I can relate to what the deck guys have to do.
100%.
I've done it. And yeah, it was fun. It was just a seasonal contract.
Yeah.
I think it was €2,400 a month, with a month bonus for completing the season.
Nice.
I don't know. I mean, that's.
Do you remember kind of like, I don't know, walking on and, you know, just seeing the luxurious side of, you know, a world that you may have not been exposed to before? I don't know.
I mean, I come from high-end chalets, so like
You've kind of
doing
seen
the
it.
ski seasons where I started off doing school groups, and then I worked up into more luxurious sort of brands that are catering to wealthier clients.
Gotcha.
So I've seen that sort of side of luxury in the chalets and what their sort of demands were in the chalets. And then, actually, the reason I ended up in yachting is because some captains stayed in my chalet one week, and they enjoyed the food. So the wife of one of the captains, who was running a small fleet for some Qataris, I think, rang me up and said, "Do you want to come down to Antibes and do a trial, because we might have a position on one of the boats?" So that's how I ended up in yachting.
Okay.
But the Sunseeker was fun. I mean, we were sleeping in the laundry. It was one of those showers where you sit on the toilet's the shower. The
You can do
shower's
it
the
all at
toilet.
once.
Yeah, you can spin around and do everything. Yeah, but I remember having the boat to myself because we were in Antibes, berthed, and the captain had an apartment, and the stew had a boyfriend and an apartment. So, and the owners only used to use it as a weekend boat.
Oh wow! So you just
So I
there
had
by yourself.
I had my own yacht for the.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was great.
So
Really,
were you just bouncing like between the summer and winter seasons, chalet?
To start
yachts?
with, yeah.
For how long was that for?
Only a couple of years. So I
Okay.
did that season. Then I did another winter season. Then I tried to come down and go, right, I'm going to do yachting full time, but I couldn't drive back then. So I got job offers, but they said you've got to
Need your
drive.
license.
Yeah. No mention of STCW, by the way. Then
Oh really?
no one.
There was
no
no
one asked for it.
SCCW, no ENG1.
Maybe there was, but I never got asked for it 20 years ago.
That's Wild West back then. Your license, so you didn't have a driver's license. You needed it.
Yeah. So I had to
How
go-
old were you then? Around 20,
Well, 30.
30.
Yeah.
Just turned 30.
30.
So then you need to go get your license at the age of 30. And
Yeah. So I had to go home and work for a bit and
Yeah.
get my driving license, which I just smashed it out in like lessons every day for a month, and then passed, and then went back to Antibes and got on a boat.
Nice. And I think the thing is, you've been in the industry for 20 years, so it's like, I've been chatting to chefs on here that have done 1, 2, 3 boats. How many boats have you worked on, do you think? Roughly.
A lot. Roughly, oh God, I don't know, 15.
15, eh? That's not too bad. Over
That's a
20 years.
wild guess, so I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
Might be more. Odyssey was cool. Just being in French Polynesia was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Odyssey, I remember, because when I arrived to start on the boat, they put me on watch on the first night.
On anchor or
No, on the dock.
on the dock?
And I remember it really well because I got woken up at like 3 a.m. by one of the stews. Said, Neil, there's like, and this is, I landed in the morning, and I'm on watch on this.
Okay, straight
new
into
boat.
watch.
Yeah, because obviously everyone wanted to go out. The new guy gets to go on watch. And she woke me up at 3 in the morning. Said, "There's a big fight on the dock." So I'm like, go out on this boat. I don't know the layout or anything. So I find my way outside, and there's this like running battle on the dock of locals, like big
Polynesian, guys, yeah.
dudes. Our deck crew, our captain, stewardesses screaming. But no, stewardess is fighting as well. Stewardess is fighting wives of Polynesian local men.
Uh-huh.
And there's this like chaos running battle going on. Apparently there'd been some sort of beef in a bar in Papeete where the captain had sat on one of the dude's young sons or something, in some sort of bar altercation, and they'd come back and found the boat, and it was all kicked off on the dock. A guy got like punched into the water, and it was like hectic. And I was just stood there on the aft deck. I grabbed like a mag light. I was like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I'm not going to pile in.
It's your first day, like.
Yeah, it's like, it's just cool. But yeah, so that was my introduction to that boat. And like the next day, the guys came back to the boat in the morning and we were standing on the dock.
No way.
Like the captain's got to come out. He had to leave French Polynesia.
No way, because they ran him out of town.
Yeah, they wouldn't step on the boat because they knew that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Even when they were fighting, I remember hearing one of them say, "Don't anyone go on the boat."
They knew that was breaking law, or
I don't know. I mean,
whatever it was.
It's weapons on boats and stuff. So,
Yeah.
Jeez. But so like, the captain was hiding in his cabin, and the next day, and he had to fly out of the country.
Jeez, on the run.
Yeah.
But you travelled there for a little bit, right? And how was that like? Was it charter boat, private?
Both charter private.
Boats?
Yeah.
You're doing some charters there.
Yeah.
And
Tuamotus, Society Islands, Marquesas.
yeah,
Really good, amazing. I'm not. I mean, I don't dive, so I probably if you dive,
it'd be
then
amazing.
It's
Yeah,
incredible. But
yeah, diving, fishing, surfing.
yeah,
But I know those. I did, you know, similar. I did Fiji and New Caledonia and all those kind of islands over there, and it gets difficult with provisioning, right?
yeah,
You're kind of left with coconuts, papayas, and
yeah,
local stuff that gets flown in from France as well.
yeah. That it was
French
from
produce,
France.
French
Yeah.
stuff. And
There was a guy in. There was a provisioner in.
Oh, there was?
Papeete, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it comes from the States or France. But I think
Interesting.
we got it from France.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still go by the rule I use today. I just like fill the fridge and the freezers
Yeah.
with everything. I
Everything.
can.
Fill it up.
And yeah, I mean, I've done a month in Indian Ocean on one load of provisions.
Well, what was the trip for that?
That was a cruise. That was just a bus trip. Can't remember It's Cardinal Island. I can't. It's the place where there's this tribe of
Untouched tribe where no one's...
Andamans.
Yeah, someone...
Yeah. It's the Andamans. So we were cruising around there. But
Thailand. Just off, like...
that's India. The Andamans is.
Oh,
India.
the Andamans is India, okay.
But it's we were cruising southern Thailand islands.
Gotcha.
And then it's a natural place to go to from there.
Yeah.
It's not far. But yeah, like I did a month. You know, we had a big fridge, big freezer. So
Yeah.
and you know what?
Stock it
Obviously, you don't leave the raspberries to the end of the month.
Exactly, you get them
First
done
day.
straight away.
Yeah, eat a mess first day.
Yeah, that's it. Get them to the crew or the guests, whatever. What's your and any other like particular stories you have over those years in yachting? I guess that come to mind. Good, bad. Don't have to name boats, but
Nothing stands out. I mean, that trip was a 124-day bus trip
whoa.
with a Russian owner. I remember that number because it's like a very specific number of days. And I remember when I took that job on, the captain was like, I met the captain in Thailand to be interviewed in a bar.
Mm-hmm.
I just happened to be there on holiday,
Yeah.
and I was sort of looking for my next boat. And he was like, yeah, it's just private, Russian owner. He only comes on a couple of times a year. I was like, great, sounds amazing. Sign me up. Yeah, we do Thai season, and then we go to Eastern Europe for the summer. I was like, brilliant. And yeah, when he said he only comes on twice, he does only come on twice, but he never leaves.
But he never leaves.
No,
Yeah.
so it's 124 days, and he doesn't come off the boat. He doesn't get off the boat either. So it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
How big was the
and
boat?
Provisioning. That was Samax. I think it's 50.
50. So sole chef.
No, I had a sous on that.
Oh, you had a sous chef on there?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But still, 124 days straight.
Yeah. I remember we ran aground on that boat in Thailand.
In Thailand?
Yeah,
On a reef?
yeah. On sand.
Oh.
I don't know what happened. Well, I know what happened, but I don't know how it happened. But yeah, we ran aground. I remember we were cooking away, and it's like basically, obviously, the boat comes to a very quick stop.
Oh yeah.
So we were like.
Did you fall over? Was it that much?
No,
of
we weren't going
it was just
very
a bit
fast. I think they knew there was. It was tricky navigating. But yeah, we ran aground, and then obviously everyone's running around. The engineers are looking in bilges to see if we're leaking or anything. We're not going to sink because we're aground, but we might sink later when it's high tide. But yeah, and then we had the locals in the long tail boats.
Yeah.
So we had the locals come across, volunteer to come across and try to help. And the most scary thing I've ever seen, I think, was 6 long tails with lines attached to our stern and there.
Trying to pull
these
you
long
off.
tails have got like 3-meter poles with props on the end.
Yeah. So explain. It's basically a car engine on on a
Yeah,
on a boat,
yeah.
and they've got these massive poles, which are, I guess, are they the what's it called on a car? Shit, it's not coming to my mind.
Drive shaft.
Is it literally a drive shaft to a propeller? And yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see.
And
So
there's
six
like
of these
six
guys.
of these, like all waving around, trying to get lined up in the air before they sort of drop them in the water. And there's all our crew on the sort of swim platform with these propellers going around. I just went back to the galley. It's like, this is too much.
Just these
Um,
props flying around.
yeah. But we couldn't. They couldn't get us off, but we
They couldn't.
floated at high tide. The tender of the boat in French Polynesia that ran aground at like 30 knots.
Oh,
They similar, I think, to. I think yeah, they were going too fast in the dark, and they hit a. Whatever you put is it the cardinals, the signals? Isn't
Okay.
it? Yeah, they hit one of them, and flew through the air, and landed on this tiny little island
You're
in
kidding.
the middle of an atoll. Yeah,
that was what
with
they were
guests on board.
meant to. Oh,
Yeah,
with
with
guests
the
as
owner
well.
on board. Yeah,
Jeez.
that could have been really bad. But,
Yeah, I'm sure you got heaps of stories. I mean, 20 years in yachting, it's it's
Maybe,
a lot
yeah.
to try and
think
remember. Yeah, but I think one of the main reasons I kind of wanted to chat to you is the last time that I talked to you in Barcelona all those years ago. I remember I was so intrigued at what you're doing and eating at all these Michelin restaurants and going around, and not only going to one of them, one of the best restaurants in the world once, you'd go multiple times, and so many of these restaurants, and my mind was blown away, not only for the cost of doing that, but the travel that you're doing to accomplish what you're doing. But now I just want to kind of talk more about how that's evolved since we chatted. And what are you doing? Are you you're doing tours now, or
yeah.
can you talk about when it first started, actually, when you first just wanted to eat at all these restaurants? What was your
I think
goal?
actually on the way back from Australia, I did a trip to Japan, and that was my first sort of exploration where I said I want to eat in the best restaurants in Tokyo. So I went to like Sushi Jiro and like the sort of main well-known places that you could get into back then with a bit of help. And then ever since then, it's sort of progressed to longer and longer trips and more sort of obsession with dining in great restaurants. And when I say great restaurants, I don't mean like 3 Michelin star temples of gastronomy. It can be, like on the side of the road in Bangkok, like the guy that does the best noodles or whatever. But yeah, just over the years become more and more interested in seeking out great restaurants. And a natural part of having done that over such a long period of time is you sort of find other people that are into it as well.
Same sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, and then
You were reviewing them, right?
not really. I don't want to say I was ever. I'm not a reviewer.
But your personal experience.
Yeah, I mean, post on Instagram.
Yeah.
Post on Instagram, mainly favourable stuff. If I liked it,
Yeah.
I don't slag anyone off on Instagram
Yeah.
because it's
A chef abroad, right?
yeah.
Great page.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is. That's why I kind of like really was intrigued on how that was evolving, because you do these posts and you do like a very nice in-depth review about it yourself. It didn't, I know you're not calling yourself a reviewer, but I read them all. I was intrigued the way that you wrote it, the way that you explained it, your experience, first-hand experience. It was kind of cool to see if I would maybe want to go there.
Sure.
So yeah, that's kind of my first experience, kind of seeing what you're doing. But I'm intrigued to kind of where it's gone now or going now.
Yeah. So 2 years ago, I registered a company called Chef Abroad Tours Limited in the UK. Hired an accountant. Big adult boy stuff that I've never done before. And that was based on, I'd started organising trips for friends. I'd bring friends along with me. And I was doing we'd do like a 40 days starting in like Lyon
Tours?
and tours
Wow.
and because the luxury of being in yachting is you can sometimes be on boats where you have a lot of time off. You've got a lot of disposable income. I don't have a house. I don't have a car. The most expensive thing I own is my laptop. That's it. Because my priorities are, I want to sort of live life. I'm not interested in bricks and mortar. I'd rather have a nice meal, or, see a beautiful mountain or something like that. So I did this trip where we started in Lyon and went to Annecy and then all through the French Alps, all these different restaurants, and then went to Spain and then ended up in Scandinavia. And there was about, 12, 14 people sort of coming and going for different bits of it. And they all said, because it ended up being like a lot of stress and a lot of work to actually organise that. And I'm like dealing with people's flights and, dealing with the reservations themselves and making sure people turn up and stuff. And they all said you should do it as a business. You should do tours like this as a business. So I'd been sort of thinking on it for a while, and then I partnered up with a guy, probably the only other guy who's doing this sort of thing, to do a UK tour 2 years ago, where we did a week tour around the best restaurants in the UK, nothing in London, all out of London.
Oh wow!
Which went really, really well and was a huge success. We then went our separate ways, and then that's when I said, okay, well, I'm going to do it on my own. So now, I offer restaurant tours, so like essentially a package holiday where we go to the best restaurants in the region, which are some of the best restaurants in the world. Incredibly difficult to book, really hard to book. A lot of them, some of them impossible to book, and we do Tokyo now. So
oh wow,
a lot of the restaurants we're going to in Tokyo are essentially private members clubs, so you really can't get in.
How you do it? I mean, don't have to give away your secrets, because I know Japan as well is some bars you can't go into if you're what do they call you? If you're Western or white. Gaijin, yeah. Like if you're not Japanese, some of these places you can't get into. Is that the same with restaurants, or is it not?
I think it's more to do that they don't have to have tourists in. Yeah. They're busy enough.
They don't need.
We're a pain in the arse.
Riffraff coming in.
We don't get the whole. Culture. I do. I mean, we do. Some people don't get the whole thing where you can't be late. You can't no-show.
The culture, like, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think some of the restaurants have been like, fuck this. Like, we're just going to allow the locals to come and use our restaurant. So the way we get into places like that is, well, like everywhere, even the places in Europe, like Noma, Alchemist, Etchebarry, those places are super hard to get into. But it's just through building relationships with the restaurants and the chefs over a few years. Any business likes to look after their regulars. So I've been to Noma like 13, 14 times, Alchemist 15 times.
That's crazy.
15 times in October. Diverso 10 times, And then you say, after a while, you say, do you mind if I bring a group? I'm going to put a tour together. I'm going to go here, 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 and here. Is that okay? And they're like, yeah, cool. Because you bring all the people that want to do tours like this, they're like mega foodies or chefs. We get kind of 50-50 chefs, and the other half are like sort of people with disposable income who are like really into food. Can't organise a trip like that where you get, you can't get into one of these restaurants, let alone all of them in a perfect line up over a week or like 5-6 days. So that's what I offer basically.
I mean, you've put in the time and the money, and going to these places, 15 times to some of the best restaurant in the world, basically, and it's kind of cool that they respect that you're continuing to come back and they're helping you do these tours. It's
very lucky.
Very lucky, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's basically, I haven't tried to book it, many of these places, but you're kind of offering a very exclusive tour and access to these places.
Yeah. I mean, so it's the best thing about the tours, I think, is not necessarily the restaurants. It's the fact that we get between 10 and 16 people normally on a tour, and they're all from all over the world, like literally from everywhere. We did the last Spain tour. There's like Belgium, Canada, the States, Japan, Saudi Arabia, the
wow.
Netherlands, UK, Scotland, like all in one group of people. And then you put them around a table at one of the best, at Asador at Extra Barry, which is number 2 in the world at the moment on 50 best list, and enjoy, arguably the best chuleta on the planet over like a 6-7 hour lunch with plenty of amazing wine. I don't know how you can beat that,
That's
and
for me.
that's the takeaway for me is they all become great friends. We have WhatsApp groups for each tour, and they like continue on. Like, everyone's meeting up and going on holidays together and stuff.
That's crazy.
That's the best thing about the tours. So it's not just me like ticket touting, selling a reservation. I'm hosting an experience. I organise the travel, sometimes the accommodation, flights, all that stuff, and then we get people that are like-minded, interested in the same thing, all coming together, and it's really beautiful to watch, actually. Yeah.
Similar to yachting, where you're meeting all these walks of life. Everyone is from everywhere, and that's one of the best things about yachting as well, is just meeting people. So it's a pretty similar situation, but I just came up in I just came to my head then, but like a documentary, showing that'd be so cool, going to all the best restaurants and just all these walks of life, and I think it'd be cool to show. But whether or not anyone wants to film that,
it's been done.
It has. Oh, it has been done. Oh, there you go.
It's called, what's it called? Called Foodies, the Culinary Elite, I think.
I gotta watch that.
Many years ago.
Yeah.
Steve Plotnicki, who runs the review site OAD, Opinionated About Dining, which I think is the most reliable
is it?
guide for restaurants. As in, you've got all the lists. You've got World's 50 Best. You've got La Liste. You've got, no, OAD, in my opinion, is the most, I don't know what the word is. I think it's the best guide in terms of reliability as to the quality of the restaurants on it, because anyone can vote for OAD.
Gotcha.
So you just send Steve an email and say, can I sign up and review for the website? And he'll give you all the details, and you just visit restaurants, and as you go along, you review them, you score them, and then the more restaurants that you visit, the more weight your score carries.
Gotcha.
So no one's got any skin in the game. We're not getting, even if we do get comped, it's a secret ballot, so you can give an honest review regardless of whether you're getting a freebie or not getting a freebie. Yeah, so I think everywhere on there is
the most honest,
legit.
reliable.
Yeah. Whereas 50 Best, everyone knows the reviewers on 50 Best, and they get flown in. There's a big PR machine working for the restaurants. They'll fly them in, comp a nice hotel, take great care of them.
Yeah, don't know about that. That doesn't sound very...
Well, that's how you get restaurants like Gagan being the best in Asia, as opposed to anywhere in Japan.
Wow.
Anyway, that's kind of how the sort of machine works. Michelin is it's okay, but it's a bit unreliable because they can't really get around all the restaurants. They don't have enough inspectors to get around everywhere. So you get places getting missed a bit.
They get missed, yeah.
Yeah, they either don't get a star when they should, or they do get a star when it's gone downhill. over the years. But OAD's, yeah, really good.
So in your opinion, speaking of the best things, which region or which country is like your favorite to dine or eat?
Spain.
Spain, really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I mean,
Spain's the one.
it's always been. That's how we actually met. We went for dinner in Barcelona there, but incredible. So why do you think Spain?
I think for me, because it's product-driven food, as opposed to taking a mediocre product and throwing all bells and whistles at it to make a dish. A lot of the food that I like going to eat, is the best produce rather than a complicated dish. But in Spain, you've got that. So you've got incredible seafood. At places like Elcano, which they do world famous turbot there. You've got chileta at Echevarri and all sorts of other places, pinchos, tapas, and then you've got a huge amount of different identities within the regions. So you go over to sort of Valencia and Alicante and places, you've got paella, and you go down to Seville and places like that. It's all like seafood and stuff. But then you can go to the cities and get really world-class avant-garde stuff like Disfrutar in Barcelona, Diverso in Madrid, which I think is probably maybe the best restaurant in the world at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, wow. It's incredible.
What makes the best restaurant for you? Like, because you've been to obviously many.
Well, yeah, I mean,
is it a personal opinion?
Yeah, saying it's the best restaurant in the world is ridiculous because it's all subjective. But, for me, it is because of the level of creativity they have. But what makes the best restaurant for me is not just the food, but the experience surrounding the food. So, yeah, I mean, you can go to Noma and have it's great and it's amazing, but then you can go into the mountains and sit outside for 6 hours just eating steak and vegetables, and because of the people that you're with, it sticks in your mind longer as a better meal. So yeah, I mean, it varies a lot. But.
It is an interesting thought because every year the awards come out or the Michelin Guide or whatever. It's like, this is the best restaurant in the world. It's like, well, for who though?
Yeah. I mean,
so it is.
It's ridiculous, but it's good for the industry.
It is, yeah.
You have to take it with a pinch of salt. If you're serious about trying to sort of find great restaurants, then you look at all the different lists and guides and take an overview and sort of say, yeah, you can get a reasonable idea from that. Or you book a tour with me.
Or you book a tour.
Guaranteed every restaurant's great.
Yeah, we're definitely going to link that below. But I want to know how all of that eating out in these Michelin restaurants or the best places in the world translates to you coming back to the yacht, like with all those ideas that you want to, I guess, try out for the guests and stuff like that. Are you bringing a lot of those ideas back, or are they too complicated at some of these places where you need?
I'm sole chef at the moment.
Exactly.
And it's charter boat. So as you know, you just cook what the guys want.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you get. Well, no, I mean, generally they say go for it, but it's usually it's like Mediterranean stuff where I can't really recreate Diverso dishes like with 30 elements.
Well, exactly. They've got a big brigade in the kitchen there. And you're here, sole chef on a floating tin can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'd be lying if I said, I could take all this inspiration and harness it and then unleash it on my guests every day, because that wouldn't be true. I think I get a lot of passion about food from the restaurants and seeing those chefs work, and I bring that to the boat. I get very excited about produce if I see something that's
sustainability as well. Like I've seen you mention.
Totally tricky on yachts.
It is. You can do your best though. You can.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to go foraging in Antibes.
Wouldn't that be great?
But I was up for a job a while ago. Just me and another chef were up for it, and I didn't get it, but I was down to the last two, and the owners sounded incredible because they were super into sustainability, and they wanted to ensure that the chef had the ability to do that. So they weren't, we're not like lunch and dinner every day. We're going to give you time to, you can, when you're off the boat, you can fly to where we're going to go on the boat and have a holiday there and talk to suppliers.
Wow.
Go to St. Martin and talk to the guy that rears the goat and
up in the farms and
all that stuff, and then prepare properly for us when we come. That sort of thing. It was like the perfect gig.
That sounds amazing.
It does sound amazing. I'm not bitter. I didn't get it. But yeah.
Yeah, we all dream of those. We dream that that's what it could be like, but I mean, the schedules are tight, the turnarounds are quick, and it is difficult. But maybe, I don't know, maybe getting with the right provision how they can source,
yeah,
locally.
It's hard, even with the provisioners. I'm finding, because they all this summer particularly, they all seem incredibly busy. Like I tried out someone else for one of the trips already this summer because the other guys were creaking a bit. So I was like, that wasn't great the last charter, so I'm going to look at someone else. And they were even worse because, don't get me wrong, neither were terrible, but it was just sort of noticeable, a few bits that weren't right. And I think everyone's just mega busy, so they're not really focused on. Like a restaurant can focus on that stuff. They can go on their days off and find. I sent you to a little. It was like agricultural tourism above. Where's Mirazor? Ventimiglia. There was a little fruit and veg place.
Yes.
Up there.
I don't even remember if I went there, but you did send it to me.
Yeah. Like that place is amazing, and I went there once and loaded a car and brought it back to the boat, and that was fantastic. And that was from a restaurant in Nice called Onice, which is a young restaurant in Nice. Two chefs from Mirazur who opened up. And the guy said to me, I was like, this produce is incredible that I'm eating. Where do you get it? And he gave me the details, and I was like, drove up the next day because I had the time. And got all this stuff off like little old ladies and
just growing in their backyard or whatever.
It was a bit like that in Croatia as well, like the markets in Split. Grandmothers who just grow tomatoes or just grow
one thing or two things
or but it's like incredible quality organic gear that the provision is not going to get for you.
Yeah, it's a shame. Wish you could get out to these places, all the time in provision, but it's not always possible.
No.
I think being in this industry, you're probably you got the largest amount of years in the industry that I've talked to on this couch. But what can you tell younger chefs wanting to get in the industry? What can you help them, guide them in this world of chaos? And I don't know, what would you do differently, if anything?
I don't know if I'd do anything differently, really. Like I've had some amazing experiences on very, very different boats over the years. Met some fantastic people, met some awful people, and I think that sort of life experience is gold. Like it's fantastic. The main thing I would say to anyone going into this industry is to leave your ego at the door, and be kind to people. It's really is like it's like a pressure cooker, isn't it? It's everyone's in close quarters. I'm a 50-year-old guy sleeping in a bunk bed below the waterline. We haven't even got a porthole in our cabin.
Oh wow!
So it's not. It's a recipe to get really stressed and pent up, and you just got to not let that get get to the point where you're taking it out on other people. You know, from a chef's point of view, you're just cooking dinner. It's not, you're not fighting in a war or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not worth getting too stressed about.
Not doing heart surgery.
It's worth worrying about it because
Yeah.
you want to do it well, but it's certainly not, you know, a sense of urgency. Do it to a high standard and hold high standards. But you know, if it's a bad day, then don't take it out on anyone else, and you know, just sort of regroup. And
it's good point. And I think the ego one is a big one as well. It's you know, don't cook for your ego, cook for the guests that are, you know, giving you specific preferences. You're not here to put, I mean, you are here to put a bit of your, you know, yourself on the plate, but it's also, these people are giving you certain preferences, and it's like, you can't just cook what you want sometimes. You have to do what they kind of, you know, have come there for.
Yeah.
And if they want a hot dog or a burger, and you just got to suck it up instead of doing it.
That's the stuff that I love that. I feed off that. Like with these guys this last week, I've got one guy ordering like hero breakfast. I had to shake his hand when he got off today.
Really?
I was like, I love that. He's changing it every day. He was like, I have a roast chicken club sandwich
For breakfast?
for breakfast.
Let's go.
I'm like, let's go, cool. But you know, I've got my sourdough.
Nice.
You know, I've got rotisserie chickens in because they mentioned it on their preferences. Really good bacon, Bourdieu butter. Got all the good shit. And like making it, and put some truffles in there. You know, make the best, and then
best version of it.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that. He had a croque madame the next day. I was like, I've got Gruyere, I've got like Serrano ham, I've got ham on Iberico, bang them truffles in again. And just to like send a dish like that out, that's like, if I got that in a you know, an amazing breakfast place, I'd be like over the moon.
Be so happy.
I love that.
That's amazing. I've been trying to translate that to people. It's like, just do it, but the best way possible. With the method and with the best quality ingredients. And that is enjoyable because you're not there to make profit from the plate of food, you know? You've put up probably a $50 you know, sandwich there or something like that with the truffle and everything in there. And that's the brilliant thing that we get to play around with. It's like, we can make something that just doesn't have to make sense or make a profit. That's super fun.
Yeah. I do like that.
Yeah.
Breakfast is like my favourite. It's the most stressful, especially the first day of
getting the a la carte orders in. And,
you have no idea what they're going to order, how crazy it's going to get. Are they going to come at the same time? Are they going to come ideally staggered? Are they, you know, are they super easy, or are they like this guy that wants all this random stuff? But I like doing breakfast really well. Because one of the places I worked in Sydney was like, I did a lot of breakfast work in the cafes there, and the Australians have a strong breakfast game. We do.
Got some great breakfast culture there, and coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's amazing. I think we got to wrap it up there, though. Cool. I want to link your business in the description below, and I'm actually keen to check that out. It sounds fun.
Yeah.
What do you expect from the Tokyo trip? How long is that?
So coming up, we've got 3 Tokyo tours.
I got 3
in November.
Oh wow!
3 weeks back to back. 2 weeks in April next year, which is already half full. And they're 7 days each, 6 nights, 7 days, 10 restaurants. Places like Sushi Saito, Sushi Sugita, which you can't get into. Not even with a concierge, you can't get into.
I love that exclusivity.
And my partners in Tokyo are probably the best restaurant hosts anywhere in the world. Really
amazing.
Yeah. So we've got that going on, and then recently I'm doing shorter trips that are a bit more accessible. So we've got like a Basque weekend in October, which is just Etxebarri and a neighbouring restaurant called Chispa, just Saturday, Sunday. Buy out the Japanese chef at Chispa, was like a protege of Victor Etchebarry,
Oh,
and
interesting.
he opened his own place in the same village.
Oh, wow.
But he's coming at it from a more Japanese sort of style.
That's cool.
So in the evening, he's going to do us a yakitori dinner as well, and that's like two nights full. But it's just an idea of we do short
Kind of what you
trips
do,
as
yeah.
well.
I like that, though. I like the options of
Yeah.
some people might not be able to commit to a 40-day.
No, I mean we don't do
Do
40
that
days.
anymore,
The
but-
most we do is like a week.
Okay,
But,
cool.
yeah, Noma coming up in November
Oh, amazing.
that's a 3-dayer as well.
Well, we'll link that below.
Yeah.
And yeah, check it out. Thank you so much for coming
Thanks,
on.
Steen.
Appreciate it, Neil.
Nice one.
Nice
Cheers.
one. That's it for this week's episode. Thanks for dropping by the galley for a chat. We'll see you later and take care.